Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday. Oh boy, we are getting after it today. I have a bunch of headlines to talk to you guys about. We're going to dive into some charts today. We got a few countries that we're going to dive into and discuss. We got Hong Kong, we got Ghana, Brazil, XRP news, which I'll dive into the coins to watch segment because we have some more XRP news that I'm going to share with you guys. We have stablecoin news in relation to JP Morgan, but we also have BNY Mellon and Goldman Sachs teaming together for some tokenization. We're going to dive into that. Square rolling out Bitcoin payments for merchants, and they actually rolled this out during Bitcoin conference as maybe a little bit of a test to see what people would do and how many people they could get to spend some Bitcoin, which I think is a great initiative. It's a good idea. And then we also have FTX and their repayments back to creditors. If you are an FTXer and you were abandoned by SBF, then this is definitely a headline to pay attention to. So if you're ready for all of that, your coins to watch, this beautiful set of news we have prepared for you guys today, then make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of 22,540. So 6 more until we get there. I do think that we can make it. Also, we have a bunch of people in the chat, and I just want to thank you guys for being here. Say good morning to me as I say good morning to you. And we're going to check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show. Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, use code ZESTY for 15% off. And then head over to Vacation Genie and book your cruise with crypto ASAP. Let's go. Oh my gosh, there's so many of my emojis in the chat. Why are we raining like Randy emojis? This is crazy. So many emojis of me. Where are the other ones? You guys are so funny. You guys are actually too funny. All right, guys, let's say good morning. We got Crypto Bill Run over there on TikTok. Moro, good morning. I know we have our mods over there on TikTok, and thank you to you guys. Cassius Cuvée is in the chat. Shout out to Cassius. We love him. Also, shout out to Corvette Camping for becoming a member of the Zesty fam. So thank you for getting a little membership here, Corvette. Now you have access to all the emojis in the world and the members only after show. We love that. Silver Days, Mike Vollmer. Thank you to Black Hat. We got Jesse. Good morning. Nice to see you. Oh, for Mike this morning in honor of Mike. Hold on. It's my little sticker. I went to Donkey today for the sake of Mike Vollmer's health for this show. So I got you, Mike. Infinite Team TA, Irrelevant. Nice to see you. Backup Mama Shadow is here. John Legend. Who else we got? All Sets chilling. Dave Yo, good morning to you. I don't know if I pronounced that last name right, but I tried my best, so hello, Dave. We got Elric, we got Peace of Mind, good morning, nice to see you. And then we have Cliff on X with Yukio, good morning. Bobby F is here. Mike Mazzone is on X as well. AC Joseph Fitness. We got Bobby F. Lasers. Good morning. JC. Casper's on Rumble in the moment. Good morning. Double Low is here. Paper Planes. Paper Planes said he's staying up late for this one. What time is it over by you, Paper? Let me know. Double Low. Doge Bowl. Hello, Crypto Farmer. Everybody is here. Hello. Nice to see you guys. Zep is over there. Nice to see you. Robert Freeman. I see Aquarians chilling. All right. I think we're doing well. We're doing quite swell. Oh, who's this? Oh, Litecoin. Not the official Litecoin, but the Litecoin with the Y. Says, good morning. Hello. Armani! Holy sheesh. Armani's on X. Everyone put Yar in the chat, even if he's not on YouTube. Put Yars in the chat for Armani. We love Armani. He's so great. We love him. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Let's talk some crypto. Free Master. Hello. Nice to see you. All right. Oh, Cliff is chilling. All right. Guys, we have the whole gang. 150 likes, 150 live viewers. Hope we can get there today. Looking over here at our beautiful crypto bubbles. Today is not looking the most swell. We don't have too much green here, but we do know Bonk is moving on up 9%. So watch out for Bonk. Bonk is like the little sneaky mover. Like sometimes like Bonk just like pops off out of nowhere and you're like, whoa, that just happened type thing. Pump is now 19%. And I think that also is because apparently they were supposed to do some sort of airdrop. They may not be doing it anymore. If you guys are interested in pump.fun. Let's check in on Bitcoin. Golden zone maintained. Now, this could either be really bullish or a little bit bearish. And so, realistically, we need to look at the whole bullish-bearish picture. 117.5 is your golden zone. You want to hold support there. We've been having some wick lows here, actual closures here as well. Holding that as support is the most important thing. Your bullish level to watch is the 123, the all-time high, obviously. Bearish level to watch is going back to that 112 previous all-time high, and then even lesser was the previous high before that of 109. So those are two bearish levels to watch. Obviously, the only bullish level we can watch is the all-time high. We are in price discovery. Again, when Bitcoin hits all-time highs and then kind of like sits, it's usually maybe a little slight pullback, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Again, looking like, you know, zooming out a little bit, 101 is your bullish scenario. Even you can look at the weekly chart. If you guys want to look at the weekly chart, let me know. We could dive into that. We are at $118,500, and we are looking at 0.28% in the red today. Money flow is still picking up ever so slightly, though the VWAP is pulling back. Our little arrow manifestation did not work, so let's get rid of her. But we do obviously want a bullish, confident push with that VWAP to the other side, the bullish end of things. Now, the red dot is printed. It's pulling back that momentum. And it's quite obvious at this point that Bitcoin is kind of cooling off, which I think is good. Let her cool off, gain support, find her footing wherever that may be. Over here at the RSI, we are still showing that we are very bullish here. We're pulling back, obviously, but we are still bullish. So, again, price discovery mode. Keep calm, hodl on. If you are using leverage, I highly encourage you to just chill and just obviously taking into consideration your risk. Make sure you have everything set up for yourself so that way you don't wreck your whole account. And yeah, we just want to make sure people are making money and not losing money. Jersey or Long Island? Brooklyn. Joey, good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We have so many people popping in, hanging out, and I appreciate every single person that's here. Crypto Princess is here as well. Good morning. Everyone go subscribe to her. We are getting after it. We have 22,534 subs, guys. Let's get 6 more. Exactly. Nothing goes straight up, and that's what I'm saying. Is Bitcoin a her? I would think so. Bitcoin is definitely a woman. Definitely a woman. I'll tell you that right now. I also didn't set up my Thursday goal. Let's do 15 minutes. Let's see if you guys are popping out today. Pick rave hat for tomorrow. That could be the goal today. Pick rave hat for tomorrow. Beautiful. We're going to go into our breaking news headlines, guys. You got 15 minutes. We have a goal there. If you guys want to pick out the rave hat, if we hit 150 likes tomorrow, that hat will be worn. And then also we're going to get into our breaking news headlines. Someone important might be calling me, but I'm going to have to put them on voicemail for now. All right, breaking news headlines. Let's go. Okay, guys, we have Hong Kong to criminalize unlicensed stablecoin promotions. Hong Kong is very controlled. The CCP has their hands in everything, so would you be surprised? No. But this is the latest in Hong Kong that's supposedly so crypto forward. Hong Kong will start enforcing their stablecoin ordinance on August 1st, making it illegal to offer or promote unlicensed fiat-referenced stablecoins to retail investors. The new law introduces criminal penalties up to a level 5 fine of, which just doesn't seem that bad in the U.S. It's 50,000 Hong Kong dollars, but it is 6,300 U.S. dollars and a maximum sentence of 6 months imprisonment. See, that's not fun. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Special Administrative Region's central bank, issued a public warning on Wednesday urging investors to steer clear of unlicensed offerings and to avoid inadvertently breaking the law. They're like, yeah, you're still going to break the law, but like, you know, if you did it on accident, you're still breaking the law. HKMA Chief Executive Eddie Yu said in a warning that the upcoming regulation aims to bring credibility and stability to budding stablecoin sector while safeguarding investors from fraud and excessive speculation, which means that they only want people to use the Hong Kong digital dollar, which is their CBDC, and they also have their own stablecoins as well. So the reason why they don't want you using any other stablecoin or something that doesn't come from them is because if something doesn't come from them, it's something that they can't exactly control as much as they want to. So that's what China's saying. They're like, hey man, don't touch nothing that we can't touch, or else you're in trouble. Ignorance of the law isn't an excuse. And if you're in China or in Hong Kong, you best be looking at those laws all the time. But then it's like almost in the U.S. where sometimes it doesn't even make sense. Except if the law is out there, then yeah, it's not an excuse. However, in the United States where they're saying, under Gary Gensler, all these things are securities, all these people that are exchanges are unregistered broker-dealers. Like, how could you say that after you've tried to actually work at an exchange like Binance? If anyone didn't know.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mike G. I appreciate you. Guys, did you know Gary Gensler tried to work with Binance as an advisor in like 2019? Did you guys know that? Then he came after them like craziness. Or just don't go to those type of countries. I'll agree with that one, T-Baz. Yeah, for sure. That too. Greg, thank you. I appreciate you over on X. All right, let's keep going, guys. We have a goal of 4 more in the next 11 minutes. Let's see what goes down. Also, I just can't. I love this chat. We got Ghana planning to... Oh, sorry. I thought I almost spilled my coffee. Ghana plans a crypto firm licensing regime due to the growing demand, according to Bloomberg. So let's talk about Ghana if you guys are over in that area. Now, Ghana is set to begin licensing cryptocurrency platforms in response to a surge in demand. Now, the country's central bank is finalizing regulatory approval to submit to Parliament by September, according to the report, citing an interview with the Bank of Ghana Governor Johnson Asiyama, which, guys, again, it's not just people familiar with the matter. This is citing a real interview. So if you're in Ghana, this could maybe be bullish or maybe bearish, depending on the regulation. But their hope is that regulating the sector will help Ghana capture revenue and better control their fiat currency. The cedi has grown over 40% against the US dollar in 2025, helping it recover from a loss of nearly 20% last year. And so the volatility has made it difficult for the central bank to manage inflation. At the same time, my friends, this is why we have Bitcoin, something with a finite supply of 21 million, Litecoin, a finite supply of 84 million. Let's get to the finites here. Now, apparently around 17.3% of the Ghanaian adults own crypto, equivalent to just over 3 million people. If you're in a country, especially like that you cannot see that you could see clearly actually that the central bank is admitting we can't control inflation. We're a little bit of a mess. So what are you going to do? You're going to hedge against inflation, make sure that you're maintaining purchasing power, which is acquiring Bitcoin. And even how I discussed on Fox Business last week that even stablecoins will bring hyperdollarization. So if you're in a country where inflation is not controllable, it is not steady, you're going to want to go ahead and get the dollar. And people with crypto could easily do that, or people entering crypto could easily do that. Hello, great GR8. Hello, he says, hi, I'm new here. Guys, everyone say hello to this new friend. Welcome. I appreciate you for being here. Guys, please smash the like, subscribe, share. Let's get it. We are doing things and we're making sure people are happy today because we like to spread happiness throughout the world. All right. I love Blocky. Blocky's chatting it up today. We are going to talk about stablecoin news. We have JP Morgan. That's, maybe charging fees to access consumer data. Do we like our privacy? Yes. Which is why we love privacy coins. Also, Litecoin is both transparent and private, but also, again, Bitcoin. So that way we could keep our digital identity safe. And this is why I love like the Web3 domains, ENS addresses. So that way, you don't have that much data out there. Personal data cannot be bought. It cannot be sold. This is why I love crypto. 10 of the largest trade associations in fintech and crypto have called on Donnie T to intervene in what they say is a coordinated attack by big banks to stifle innovation and lock out competitors. In a letter sent on Wednesday, the groups who include the Blockchain Association and the Crypto Council for Innovation, they warned that JP Morgan's plan to charge fees for access to consumer banking data threatens to debank millions of Americans. It could cripple the adoption of stablecoins and self-custody wallets. At the center of the fight is how Americans fund digital wallets and exchanges. Aggregators like Plaid and MX enable customers to transfer funds from their bank accounts to platforms like Coinbase or Kraken. These connections rely on direct access to user-permissioned data. Until now, banks have been allowed to access that data without charging fees. However, JP Morgan has begun informing aggregators they'll need to pay for it, reportedly up to $300 million a year for Plaid alone, which would amount to 75% of their revenue. You're telling me that our data, personal data, consumer data is the most valuable thing to companies. And now JP Morgan, they're going to charge a lot of money, and then these aggregators are going to go out of business. But again, they could all go out of business anyway if everyone opts out of the system and protects their identity and their personal information by using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Because if you're downloading a Bitcoin wallet, you're opening a MetaMask to partake in DeFi. There is no KYC for that. And there is no way for the people to invade you. Oh, what's your age? What NFTs are you buying based on your age? Like, it's all about the data. It's all about controlling you. And even if you look at what are they called? RFD tags? Is that what they're called? RFID tags. Let me just go. Yes. Okay, so RFID tags are something I learned about when I was taking a state test. When I was in New York, I don't think it's every state that does this, but every year there was like multiple state tests that you had to take with like English, history, math, science. And so one of my essays for an English one of the English state tests was on RFID technology and how people are going from one store in the mall. For example, you got your bag from Old Navy and you're walking into the Gap. Like, the RFID tags that are still on your clothes are tracking that you went from Old Navy to, I don't know, Bath and Body Works. So that way the stores know, hey, this same person that likes Old Navy also likes Bath and Body Works. And so it's so obvious what's going on there. So the control is everywhere, whether it's attached to the things you're buying or literally your account online. All this data is analyzed. All of it is used to target what you're doing. Everyday things like, hey, I'm speaking into my phone and I'm telling my friend how I really want a new Kate Spade purse. then I'm gonna get Kate Spade all over my stuff. And dude, this is gonna be crazy too. It's gonna be crazy. It's only gonna get worse. So all your data's out there. I was talking about one thing with my friend yesterday on the phone. Popped up on my phone immediately after. And there's a way to turn that off too. I just actually I don't know if that's on Android that you could turn it off or iPhone. Either one. I know that was a rant, but but the control and the data is the most important thing. Also, I'm gonna just shout out really quickly. Yes, Crypto Princess is going live after this.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're
I
welcome.
miss you. You are our future voice of the entire crypto industry. Love you, Uncle Billy.
My Uncle Billy, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. I miss you too, man. I miss you too. It was at least we got to see each other in Vegas, but I hope your fiat job is going all right. Shout out to Billy. He's the best. I knew you were a Kate Spade girl. No, I actually love Kate Spade. Kate Spade, every time I walked into their main store recently, and I didn't exactly love what I was seeing in there. But whenever I go to the outlets, I see the best stuff there. I like it more than the main store, to be honest. And you're getting mad deals at these outlets, let me tell you. But I have a few purses, and I really enjoy them. I'm kind of obsessed with them. Anyway, guys, we got Goldman Sachs and BNY Mellon teaming up for a tokenized money market fund, and we're going to see all of this continue to happen with the money market funds. BlackRock is all over that, and a bunch of other companies as well, and even blockchains that are teaming up with TradFi institutions to go ahead and tokenize some money market funds. So most of the world's wealth we already know is going to be on chain. So this is almost a transition. Now, some of them will be on transparent blockchains. However, most of them, I would say, in the future, probably half of them will not be, and they'll all be on permissioned, private, enclosed blockchains, meaning only things that they can control. Not private, meaning Monero private, meaning bank controlled private, even worse than the privacy they have now type thing, which we would ideally want them to be transparent. Bank of New York Mellon, BNY, and Goldman Sachs are rolling out tokenized money market funds for clients as digital asset adoption is accelerating. Now, BNY Mellon, one of the oldest and largest custody banks in the world, overseeing $53 trillion in assets, announced on Wednesday to start offering institutional investors token versions of money market fund shares via its Liquidity Direct platform. Ownership records and transactions are recorded on the Goldman Sachs digital asset platform's blockchain. Institutions that have signed up include BlackRock, Fidelity, among others. Do you guys realize how crazy this must... if you went back, let's say to 2020, and crypto was popping off, and you told people what was going on, the amount of institutions that are here, the ETFs, the fact that Strategy owns 600,000 Bitcoin. There's a Goldman Sachs digital asset platform blockchain. People would say Bitcoin would be $1 million at that point. We're only at 118K, and look at how much is going on here. This is not priced in. Retail coming in and flooding this space like no other, it's not priced in. There's so much adoption that is not priced in. The amount of OTC buys going on that we do not see, it's not priced in. Jim Kramer, though, might be switching his tune. Bitcoin's a scam. Grr. Bitcoin's a scam, but I did cash out some to go buy a farm or something. Yeah, it's true. He actually did that. And he still holds some. But now maybe, you know what? He's saying it might actually be useful for his kids to own Bitcoin. Watch this clip. And if you're on TikTok, you won't hear it. Please go to YouTube. Thank you.
Own some as a hedge against the $37, $8 trillion. They want to own up debt. They want to own it for their kids. And you know who else feels that way? Me. I don't want that debt. My kids. I'm worried about my kids. Worried about your kids. 38 trillion.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
We all do,
So
in so many different ways.
Why don't you buy some Bitcoin or ETH? Buy some ETH. Own some.
I know that was kind of low. I try to put it at the highest volume and increasing on my end, but Jim was pretty low today. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, go buy Bitcoin. You're scared because of the debt, and you're like, yeah, I'd rather own Bitcoin for my kids. Meanwhile, you were telling people, oh, from the bottom to the top, oh, Bitcoin's a scam, but now it's good for your kids. And doesn't that make sense with what we've been talking about on this show for years? What I've been saying my plan at least was for years, which is to get as much Bitcoin as I could and pass that down to my little babies when I'm older and I like have children that grow and become adults, and then like, which is kind of scary to think about. That's too far in the future. I might be freaking myself out. But if I'm going to have kids and I'm going to pass the Bitcoin on to them, and then it's going to go beyond them as well. So I'm very excited for that. But I'm telling you, generational wealth, in my opinion, not financial advice. Kramer is laughable. He's just like, he reminds me of like just a grandpa that doesn't know what Instagram is. And, you know, I don't really pay. He's more for comedic value rather than like actual. I would not take investment advice from him, like, you know, especially in regards to crypto. I would not take investment advice from him. All says I gotta have goals. I'm trying, you know. There's so much news coming in so fast. People are dull to it. Yeah, people are tone deaf. And I think I mentioned this on the show yesterday with Cassius, where people, like, if you heard in 2016, if the word Bitcoin popped on screen, everyone and their mother would be tweeting about it. Bitcoin would pop. Oh my God, CNBC, they mentioned Bitcoin for 2 seconds. And then now all it is like Bitcoin reserves, digital asset stockpiles, Trump's next NFT collection. And everyone's just like, whatever, dude. It doesn't even matter. With the whole Genius Act, too. Genius Act gets signed into law on Friday. Where's Friday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, this was Friday. We went down $1,000. Not even. Price if you said that one of the first major crypto laws was signed into one of the first major crypto bills signed into law happened, would you have guessed it was anywhere here? No. Absolutely not. You would be like, no way. For the first major crypto bill signed into law, oh, we would have been parabolic at that point. No, crickets. So keep calm, man. Huddle on. People are like, why did Bitcoin move today? Why did we pump to all-time highs today? Why did we hit $123,000 on a random Monday? Because Bitcoin wanted to. Why did we hit this 109 all-time high on a random Tuesday night? Monday, Tuesday night. I don't know, because Bitcoin wanted to. There's no explanation there. Bitcoin is its own beast. She doesn't need the news to be in a good mood. Yeah, we're still early, Smiley. I say that all the time. People don't believe me. They're like, we're not early to Bitcoin. We are so early. We have less than 10% global adoption, guys. Imagine when we do hit that 10%. 20% adoption. And look at where we're at, $118,000 Bitcoin. Please, I'm telling you. Stop the madness. Do your own research. When in doubt, we're going to do it right now. When in doubt, zoom out on the chart. Guys, we started the Daily Zest right here during nap time. You see $15,000 Bitcoin? We're at $118,000 Bitcoin since we started this podcast. Look at the gains. Look at the gains. Hold on. We're going to go look at gains. To where we are right now. We're up 603% since we started this show in 2022. And this is less than 10% global adoption. And you're still telling me we're too late. It's too late to buy Bitcoin.
Bruh.
I got nothing to say to you then, friend. Got nothing to say. Square, though, everyone knows Square. Square is rolling out Bitcoin payments, which I think is pretty good. I think they'll expand to alts in the future whenever they get over their Bitcoin maxi tribalistic ways over there. I do really love, though. I really love Cash App, and I love what they're doing over there at Block. However, I think they need to have the alts. If you guys are looking to buy Bitcoin, though, I think some of the best fees for Bitcoin is Cash App. So I definitely recommend it as a place to go and buy Bitcoin. Square begins to roll out for their Bitcoin payments for sellers and targets full availability by 2026. They, like I mentioned, they did roll it out at Bitcoin conference for like the merchants that were there, simply because they wanted to have a global world record of the most amount of Bitcoin transactions in one day. Jack Dorsey Square has begun the rollout of Bitcoin payments for merchants. Now, this is answering a question I just saw in the chat, too. They began onboarding the first sellers, enabling them to accept Lightning Network-powered Bitcoin payments from customers, Owen Jennings, executive officer at Square's parent company Block, posted on X on Tuesday. So Lightning is, again, I would say the better option for Bitcoin payments, because regular Bitcoin as she is, we love her, but too slow and too expensive. Lightning Network is probably your best bet when it comes to anything Bitcoin-related payments. And so that also aligns with Steak and Shake. If you guys go and spend a Bitcoin at Steak and Shake, get a little burger, then you're going to be spending sats on Lightning. And so this is going to have the Bitcoin be exchanged into fiat. So you'll see that with BitPay and other merchants as well, where if you pay with crypto, they'll just convert it on site. So that way you don't have to worry about it, and neither do they, because some merchants don't want to accept Bitcoin actually. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the adoption. I would like to see the stats on that by 2027. Guys, can you believe that 2024 is almost over? Not 2024, 2025 is almost over. Like, I feel like it just became 2025. Now we're almost done. Now we're almost in 2026. That's just crazy to me. Before you know it, we'll be doing Thanksgiving streams. We'll be doing our Christmas stream. We'll be live like forever. I don't know. But we're going to be doing a holiday stream soon. To use Lightning Network, you need a special app that has the feature. Yes, you need to have a Lightning wallet. And there's a bunch of them out there, but definitely, yes, Lightning wallet. And some wallets have both Lightning and main Bitcoin, like how you would regularly use it. So like layer 1 and then Lightning is the layer 2. Hello, Drift. VV Zombie, good morning. M2, good morning. Joe Harvey's here. We have Fitz. Hello. Keep calm, huddle on, touch grass. I agree, Fitz. I agree. Julio said legendary TA. Because I pull out the ruler. It's legendary. What do you do? What do I think Bitcoin can hit by the end of August? I don't do price predictions, my friend. I only did one price prediction ever, and it was on Fox Business. And that was only for Charles. Like, I would do that. Kevin, good morning. We do have FTX to start the next round of creditor payouts. If you guys are a part of FTX and the whole debacle there, gander at SBF's little face as we talk about what's happening here. This is just an update for people that were affected by the matter, which I know there are a few of you that were. And so FTX, the once prominent crypto exchange, now defunct, will begin the next round of cash redistribution on September 30th, while the bank firm said in a statement on Wednesday they were led by SPF. They started paying back its creditors earlier this year. They repaid nearly $6.2 billion after getting its approval for the redistribution plan by the bankruptcy court. The former crypto giant used to be a mainstay in the digital asset ecosystem until in 2022, there was the downfall of SPF's empire. They said that they received court approval to reduce its disputed claim reserve to $4.3 billion to $6.5 billion. They'll distribute the cash through BitGo, Kraken, and Payoneer. So there you go. If you're a part of the FTX craziness, then there you go. Kevin, how are you, my friend? Kevin, it's been too long, my friend. We're going to jump into coins to watch and then some XRP news. So let's get after it. Smash the like, subscribe, share, coins to watch, and charts coming right up. All right, guys. Leading the gainers is Story up 12.8%, Athena up 7.3%, Bonk up 5.5%, Crow up 5%, about it's 4.99%, Conflux up 5%. We do have Pumped Out Fund leading the losers today, down 21%, Fartcoin down 14%, Whiff down 12%, Floki down 11%, and then we have Virtuals down about 11% as well. We do have Brazil's Vert debut tokenized credit platform on XRPL with $130 million in issuance. This is a Brazilian securitization and fund manager saying it debuted a blockchain-based platform to handle private credit transactions on XRPL and its Ethereum-compatible sidechain, bringing more tokenized real-world assets to the ecosystem. Their first transaction was the issuance of $130 million agribusiness receivable certificate, CRA, a regulated instrument used to finance agricultural production. And so this is big for XRPL. And so it's been growing their role in tokenization because their deal with Dubai, selecting the network for its ambitious real estate tokenization plan to put $16 billion of property deeds on chain by 2033. With all this news with XRPL, it doesn't help the fact that the founders aren't looking too good here. XRP, or the Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen, moved $175 million in XRP as it was approaching its highs. And then we even reported last week, I believe, was it last week? I think so, that Chris Larsen sold like $30 million of XRP, something of that nature. And I was just kind of dumbfounded how, there wasn't public outrage by this. So, according to ZachXBT, since July 17th of 2025, an address linked to Chris Larsen transferred out 50 million XRP, which is $175 million to 4 addresses. So $140 million out of the 175 ended up at exchanges, and 35 million to new addresses. And 5 million in XRP to one and 5 million of XRP to the other. So he sent 140 million out of $175 million to exchanges and just kept $35 million to himself. Like, that is crazy. How? Like, he's just dumping on people's heads. But this happened. This is historical with XRP, guys. This is historical with them. The founders, we don't know how much they have. The beginning of the blockchain is gone. So how do we know they're not just like this pump right here where we hit about what? The 360 something? What if these two red candles and these two big volume red candles aren't just them dumping on your head? Well, it could have been Mr. Larsen with his $130 million, $140 million he sent to exchanges since July 17th. Are you kidding me? I don't know how you guys feel about that. I just think that's hurting the ecosystem so bad. So bad. Now, the latest price action with XRP is $3.13. You're down 1.5%. Again, if they don't keep dumping on your heads, you're going to want to hold $3, which we actually went below it today at $2.95. Bullish is going back to that golden zone of $3.39. Over here, we do have the red dot printed bringing down the momentum. VWAP is down. The RSI is down too. Money flow is still meh. But we are, pulling back on the RSI, which is what you want to see after you are overbought anyway. So, I got nothing. I got nothing to say about that one. The co-founder dumping 175 mil. What the... Well, it's 130 mil that he's into exchanges, but still, that's just ridiculous. I would like to see, because it also baffles me why this wasn't also brought up in the litigation between the SEC and Ripple. How much of XRP do all these people own? And how much have they sold over the years? I mean... Couldn't the same be said for when we sell? I mean, yes and no, because it's also like they know the news before we do, right? So let's say, oh yeah, there's something new coming out for XRP. It's going to boost the price. And then they're able to sell on you. So it's kind of like a yes and no type thing. And the fact that it's not really transparent what happens at the beginning of the blockchain also is what makes me a little bit more sus of the whole situation. So I just don't know how I feel about that. I would, if they're going to sell, we should at least know how much they own. Like, we've had other founders in this space sell their token, but at least it was transparent. At least it was honest. At least people could see it. There's still 50% in their bags. I would love to see that. Yeah, exactly. We don't hold a lot of XRP like retail or like the community itself to go and dump the price or dump the amount of money that they're dumping in a single hand. So yeah, it is a touchy subject. I would say that too. But we'll see. JC, if I sell my 12 XRP, will it take the price? See, that's a no. That's a no. Really quickly, because I do have an appointment to get to, we're going to go and look over here at Ethereum for a moment, and we're going to take a quick look at Litecoin too. ETH is 36.45, up about 0.5%. We're looking at holding above that 3,500, I would say, is a psychological level. Bullishly, we're looking at 39.50, which is our golden zone to go ahead and tackle 4K. Red dot is printed, pulling down the momentum. Money flow is fine. VWAP is a little bit sad today, even though we are still slightly green with price action. VWAP is, not VWAP, the RSI is very overbought, so I am looking at a pullback, but ideally, if we do pull back, you're going to want to stay above that 32.80 mark. Litecoin is $112. Look at this. Like, this I just find so interesting. Basically flat in terms of like, okay, we're slightly in the green by 0.1%. But we hit both bearish level to watch of 106 and bullish of 114. So Litecoin's all over it today. Those are your two levels to watch ultimately. Red dot is printed, pulling down the momentum. VWAP is a little bit negative today. RSI, taking a look, is just below overbought, which is kind of what I want to see. I want to see a cool off and move back up. Whale alert. Yeah, we like the whale alerts. I like whale alerts because at least I know where money's going. You know what I mean? Ultimately, though, I am very bullish. As always, you guys know, we're at $118,000 Bitcoin. Like, let's not get spoiled here. And so keep calm, hoggle on, have a bullish and a bearish case scenario. I appreciate every single one of you guys, like, more than you understand. Tomorrow is Friday, so we are going to get after it tomorrow. We want 150 likes tomorrow to go ahead and do a little rave. Do a little rave, do a little rave, do a little rave. I'm just very excited. I'm bullish on life. I'm bullish on you guys. And I just want to say thank you for being here for me. Thank you. I do have to, I'm going to celebrate my friend's birthday tonight. I'm so excited. I'm going to go, I was like, do you want to go out to dinner for your birthday? Yeah. I like taking friends, like, you know, I like making friends happy. So I hope they're happy where we go tonight. But I'm going to do a little dinner today to celebrate a birthday. So send a happy birthday love to my friend, like, you know, in the air or whatever, because we like to manifest some, like, you know, or bring together some good energy. You know what I mean? I love good energy. So thank you guys so much for bringing it to the show, as you always do. If you haven't yet, smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on today in crypto. Also, stick around on YouTube so that way when this ends, it's going to automatically fly you on over to Crypto Princess so you guys could be a part of her castle, go into Crypto Princess's YouTube castle. So thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Stay zesty. Mwah. Peace.